Let's say you put all of the accolades that they were ever nominated for, all the money they made, everything that they did with those 3 films next to the 3 films of The Godfather, right? Look at what The Godfather birthed for cinema, period, that still lasts to this day. People redoing those scenes. But when you look at Captain America in them 3 movies, you'll say Captain America's one, more relevant, and they make more money. Why would we care about a Godfather? And when you have that conversation, like you said, Terrell, we can say that Captain America is a more successful franchise than The Godfather. But when you're looking at cinema as a basis of, okay, what would be here if this didn't exist? If they never did them Captain America films, low key, we probably still have movies. We probably still have Godzilla. We would still have movies in that same category. But if they never did Godfather, we might not have.
We don't get the gangster.
Goodfellas. We might not get.
Ain't no might. No might.
There's no might.
Yo, it's the MalloryBros podcast, episode 261. Big shout out to everybody in the nowhere. This joint belongs to nobody in the U.S. or Canada, or it's nobody's country code, they say.
Are you sure? Because I got Madagascar and Greece.
Hell no. I guess we can do that, though.
Yeah.
Hell no, Terrance. 261?
261 Madagascar. And then Greece through
my bad.
But it ain't the call. It's just apparently like if you were looking at a certain...
Hell no, that ain't the rules, because then I could have said our disc code was...
Y'all know we don't have to do that at all. If you ask me...
If it ain't your area code, we ain't giving it to you from your fax us number.
Nah, I'm going to tell y'all this. You're right. There is no area that we're going to dedicate this to, because 261 added across. You already know what time it is. It's the MalloryBros podcast. Keep it shit locked, man. I'm telling y'all, this 9 shit is not just our shit. It's your shit, too.
You know what's funny, Terrance, in the comments? Last week, they was like, next week, 261, added across. Watch Terrance. They were like, calling it now. So you just
it was the other day, A-Train, I'm not going to say what it was, but A-Train was like feeling this way yesterday, right? She was like, why do I feel like I saw, you know how you feel like you think of something and then you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she had one of those moments, and I was telling her, look at the date. It was 7/20. I'm saying, look at the date and tell yourself it's real, son. You know, I let her get all her shit off, and I said, just to put a cherry on top, look at the date, because you're not wrong. Like, everything you think that it is, whenever you think, it's not wrong. If anybody had anything happen to you,
y'all know
on the 20th, Sunday, felt like it was magical. It was 7/20, bro. And look at the year, 2025. If you add all of that across, right, you would get 18. Well, no, you won't. I'm sorry.
I don't think any
2029 is 9 and 07/20. If you add both of those across, that's 2 9s, man. That was a special Sunday, bro.
And what? Oh, you talking about this past?
This past Sunday. It was a special 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 Sunday.
7/20 shit. July got in and got out, didn't it?
I mean, no, we on the 20th. No, I feel like July been doing all right. We had mom and dad birthday. We had 4th of July, and it's still only the 20th. Come on, y'all.
Nah, yeah, you know what? It had
21st
time a little bit.
And if it's the 21st,
damn, now I'm thinking
that means everybody yesterday should have seen that Terry McLaurin signed a deal with the Commanders.
What?
That's supposed to be coming out today. It better had happened. I'm saying it now because it had better happen.
If I don't see that from the official joint, you talking about some you hopeful. Hey, look, it's not looking bad for y'all. We can start there. Before we get into the weekend recap, no, let's go weekend recap. We'll talk about your man.
Got to.
Weekend recap was chill, man, for us. I felt like it was a very, standard. I was with the boy week. Put my son in a new school. Not really like a school, but like a interactive play type joint. Because I want him to be around more and more kids as he get older. So that was dope. He had his first little class there. I got to talk to the owner. You know what's crazy? You start realizing somebody own the joint
by how they talk.
What they say. She came over there and was real enthusiastic. I'm thinking, this motherfucker must be the GM. She gotta run the place. She was like, I see you guys are over here having a ball.
He's a
We're
sweetheart.
like, yeah, you know how we do. It was our first day, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to talking a little bit about the joint and how it worked. And then she was like, yeah, when I had this vision for this place, I was thinking, where can I go? Or my kid can learn, where they can. Look, I'm not even listening to you at this point. I'm stuck on the vision part.
Right.
I said, oh, this is you do these? She was like, yeah, this is the only one.
Okay, Terrell, we get it that she's the owner. Come on.
Anyway, the school was dope, but outside of that, we had a chill week, bro.
Man, if you ask me, my weekend recap was dope. Sunny's getting real close to taking her first steps. So, trying to get her in line with that is dope.
Yeah.
And then the girl's getting older, man. Older, taller. Love her. Love her mama. Me and A-Train started watching Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, me and A-Train started Big Brother last night.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't know if y'all really watched.
We only watched the first episode.
I don't really talk about it on here because these young motherfuckers in even our generation don't really fuck with it like that.
No, yeah. Only reason why I'm saying this, y'all, is because A-Train got a kick out of Love Island. My sister watched Big Brother. Terrell and G watched Big Brother. So we said, you know what? It's only a couple episodes out. Fuck it. We ain't got to watch the old seasons. We only watched the first season, the first episode. I'm going to keep it 100. It was a little rocky. It was like, okay, I see what they doing with this, but
we was not supposed to talk about this in the podcast. This is like if you said, I'm doing Pokemon now. Terrell does Pokemon. Oh, okay.
Oh, like I tell. Oh,
now
you
we
said
talking about one of my guilty pleasures that is not the most palatable.
Yeah.
But
HOH. HOH. Look like
okay. Because some
a little bit of
terms.
terms.
But dope y'all watch.
And look, that's just a side part because that was whatever. But the biggest
Did y'all
part of my
enjoy it
weekend,
though? Y'all got through the whole episode?
I don't think A-Train made it to the very end of it, but yeah. Definitely something
y'all
we'll finish.
doing it wrong, man. Y'all doing it wrong.
We'll be tapped in. The biggest part of my weekend, I have to admit, A-Train, and it's so funny, we had that episode last week where I was talking about how Terrell set up this dope date idea for his girl, right? Why A-Train set up this dope ass, like, in the crib movie night, right? I got out the shower. A-Train not good at, like, hiding stuff sometimes. I ain't even peeped this one, though. But she kept saying, weren't you supposed to go get in the shower? A-Train don't say shit like that. I know you want me to go get in the shower, you know? But, like, I didn't even think about that until later. But, like, she was like, aren't you supposed to be taking a shower or something like that? And I was like, whatever. Went and got in the shower. When I got out of the shower, we had ordered, it's funny as shit, we ordered food to come. She said, I don't feel like cooking nothing. I don't know if you feel like cooking nothing, but we should just order something tonight. She said that like in the top of the morning. I said, damn. So basically, we had food on the way. I got out of the shower and I could smell popcorn. And I'm like, she must have got in the mood for some popcorn. But I said, you know what? Bro, Terrell, no, I fuck with popcorn.
Terrance is the motherfucker. You'll have a bowl in front of him on the train and here.
I'm getting popcorn every time I go to the movies. It does not matter. Oh, you want to get Wagyu beef skewers? Cool, but I'm going to have a popcorn coming out there. Sliders. Look, sliders. But bottom line, I got out of the shower, smelled popcorn. I came downstairs, and A-Train had like little candy set up in the bowl. She had the popcorn, and she had a movie ticket that literally was like something that she made. Dope, man. We watched our movie, Sleepless in Seattle. If you've never seen Sleepless in Seattle, that movie is literally me and A-Train's life. It's about a guy in Baltimore that ends up meeting a girl in Seattle. I'm sorry, a girl in Baltimore meets a guy in Seattle. Just go look at the movie is not even about them being together. It's about them. They supposed to be together, but they on two different coasts. And like when they come up, it's like, look at this, whatever. I'm not trying to fan
you know,
out,
you have told us this before on this podcast about
all I'm gonna say is this, y'all.
Not trying to stop you. I'm just saying.
No. You're right. Because I don't want to get long-winded. A-Train, that was dope, man. That was a dope date night. And I said, damn. I was next up for the plan. Now I feel like I'm down 0-2.
Yeah, you like when Coach Carter when they was like, Hattie Jean.
Diane.
You that motherfucker Ty Crane hit that shot. Damn.
I'm Junior Battle. Can't spell. What couldn't he spell? The Oilers were buoyed.
Boy.
You dumb motherfucker. Think about how the goal of that nigga we won those games. And nigga, you are failing and not going to school. What are you talking about?
No more.
And then your mother coming in. He lost his brother. Oh, you're gonna lose him too if you don't send his black ass to school. Right. Basketball ain't gonna save him. He ain't that good. Basketball. He's not Ty Crane. In all seriousness, shout out to A-Train. Made the weekend dope.
Y'all also extended the weekend for Sunday. Everybody was all over the place. I just took the boy over. We was just chilling with
100%. Sunday with the kids.
Yeah, had the vibes for the babies, man. Pizza, bubbles, toys. We
telling
there,
you, man. I'm telling you. And look, that's what it's about, y'all. Me and y'all, as y'all can see, the weekend recap never goes toward me and Terrell throwing crazy money down over here, or me and Terrell going whatever. It's family time.
Rank these, Terrance. I want you to rank these from best to worst. Right?
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A lemonade.
Goat.
McDonald's High C Orange.
Goat with 2 T's.
Taco Bell Baja Blast. I need a 4th one. Wendy's Strawberry Lemonade.
Number 1, McDonald's High C Orange. A lot of y'all not gonna be happy about that. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. McDonald's High C Orange is the blueprint. Your kids can get it. You can get it. I would get a picture of it.
It don't really taste.
Up on it.
It don't really. First of all, I just had a High C Orange.
I want y'all to think about the drink with the meal. High C Orange is the best compliment. I'm telling you, it's one of my faves. If you don't like Coke, let's say you ain't trying to get a Coke, but you're not trying to get water or lemonade. High C Orange, bro. Clutch as fuck. Been on the McDonald's menu since I was a jit. They even took it away and then brought it back. Remember they took High C Orange away and then brought it back?
The Powerade, though.
The Power.
Oh, no, the high C did go away and come back.
It went away and came back. Trust me.
It did.
That's my number 1. Number 2, honestly, y'all, I'm going to put the Taco Bell Baja Blast number 2. That's one of the most distinct, crazy tastes that I've ever tasted in a drink. The Baja Blast. And let me tell you, if we was talking smoothies, Baja Blast number 1 out of here. If we were talking like the smoothie drinks,
the slushies,
I put a Baja Blast over a Wendy's Frosty. A Baja Blast.
Yeah, cause that ain't no milk. Cause that milk, Frosty's got milk.
Frosty, that's ice cream. It's cool. It's still bomb though.
Yeah.
My number 3, it's gotta be the old trusty Chick-fil-A lemonade.
Man, he putting the Wendy's at the bottom.
Y'all know I used to always be like, damn, how the nigga get Chick-fil-A up here? I used to always keep me a Wendy's cup. A Chick-fil-A cup of lemonade. But I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all. The reason why that fell on my list is because that lemonade will hit your throat something crazy on certain days with the tartness, with the
lemon,
you gotta hope they make a good batch or get a Sunjoy.
Or do a half and half.
You have half. Last but certainly not least, the only girl who could get my attention outside of A-Train.
Oh,
Wendy. She the only person that I answer for, or that I might sneak out the crib and say
and go and see
her. Because Wendy gonna keep bringing me back.
Yeah. Yo, do you want to say something about the hat?
Yes. I'll just say this. Random.
It's funny we said Hattie Jean.
Hattie G. Yeah, we think on the podcast Hattie Jean. That's funny. Y'all know where I got this this hat from. I went to there. First off, I'm gonna give this hat to my sister Kelly. Believe it or not, I'm not keeping this hat. I said I'm gonna wear it for the podcast for one day, for one joint, because y'all know I try to be a little fearless. A-Train was like, they gonna start cooking you if you wear that hat. Terrell gonna have shit to say. I'm like, that's the best part about
I ain't gonna say much.
When you wear whatever. But look, I'm gonna get this to my sister Kelly. I got it from the beauty supply store. Do y'all know I got this hat by Fendi, Gucci?
The beauty supply.
I told on. I said, look, if I really get one of these joints. I said, you know what?
Empty.
You go to the beauty supply store and pay $6 for something like this? I said, I'm going to throw that joint on for the podcast. One thing I will say is respect the Bow Wow. The niggas do-rags. Man, I got a clutch one from him. He got some of the best good quality do-rags. But if you're looking for the do-rag that you really sleep in, I would challenge Bow Wow to make a lighter joint. Because them joints feel like I'm wearing a damn t-shirt. Also, you see posting me on her IG. On her TikTok.
Yes. You doing your jailbird joint, which... How do you even find that? What is on your For You page?
I don't want me to do a tutorial, so I will
Why
do
didn't you
it.
even get the tutorial for that?
Back in the day, when we was in college, bro, and I was learning how to get waves, I was coming across so many different methods. I used to search wave method, how to get wave method. And one of the people that I found was, it was like, if you don't have, you don't need to do-rag. You don't even need a brush. It was like, you don't need a brush. You can brush your hair with a chip bag or a plastic bag, the plastic bag method. And then he showed niggas how to use a t-shirt to tie your hair up. So when An was like, let me see your hair wrap, I walked over to her and was like, I learned how to do this from a nigga that said, how to get waves in jail. And it was so funny because
that was a genuine ass moment.
It was very jail. I told An, that was me and my little boy. You know how when you were a little boy, I told An, when you were a little boy, you'd be like,
this was the Blue Eyes White Dragon. It used to be one of the hardest stars to find.
Yeah, like you tried.
You literally could not find it. You know?
Yeah,
you
like,
don't get this, but
I'm telling you this information because I know it. Like, you know, like.
That's how I feel when I be watching wrestling now and Gigi be around. I be like, it's about to be SummerSlam. You know?
Yeah, bro. I know that's me to my core, bro. I can't turn it off. Even if An come around, it's WNBA shit, I could be like,
we can watch something else.
But just to get back.
So why did you buy this hat?
I told you I bought this hat for the podcast. I bought this hat to wear for the podcast because I also thought it didn't look that bad.
So you can't give a serious take this week.
Why not?
Because you can't be taken serious dressed like that, boy. You dressed like the This isn't even a week for me to do that. It's
Terrell.
not even a week for me to do that because
You shouldn't talk
Terrance,
about anything up here dressed like NWA. Fuck out of here, boy.
Terrance.
Nigga dressed like he worked for Suge Knight.
You just look like that. You look like that girl that loves Missy Elliott. You look like me. You look like you could do the Lil' Kim. You look like
Yeah, I'm super fly.
you look like just the most.
Terrell,
It's not,
fuck
even
outta
worth,
here.
it's not even worth it. It's not even
He can't
worth
say nothing because low key is swag. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of compliments.
No, I actually like the hat. I like the hat to remind me. Speaking of Big Brother, you look like the girl from the last year that knit. This t-shirt, I told Terrance, you can tell he washed this shirt and hung it up.
I never watched it. It's a pro club, fresh out the pack.
No way.
It's a
joint
fresh
came
out the pack pro club.
This joint got
pro
I was
club.
washed. This joint got I was washed and hung up and didn't want to shrink. Bob.
Terrell, what are you wearing? You look like you got that from Tarshall. Said Tarshalls. You look like you got that from Target. Oh, look, Tarshalls, the Target Marshalls mix, boy. Nigga got on a threshold
Man,
shirt.
I just do this. Honestly, I need to do some shopping for real. Dead ass.
Same.
That ass is like, okay, I have nothing for this box.
shopping, but
And then look, all these motherfuckers drop. This is what I don't think about. It's like compound stress. Cause look, everybody dropping albums. I'm thinking about when we gonna shoot whenever, right? But I'm also thinking, damn, fuck, I'm about to wear in all these videos.
But where? Telling you.
Anyway, y'all.
Now you know you did that in the middle of the
Your
Chick-fil-A joint. Even though I finished it.
Yes. Damn, all right, bet. Damn, we tail way off of the.
You didn't want to say what you did, what you would do for it, but we ain't got to do it.
I did. Mine was simple, y'all. Hasi, I'm gonna do McDonald's Hasi orange because I grew up on it. Sorry. Then I did the Chick-fil-A lemonade. Then I did, but I didn't love Baja Blast. I gotta be in the mood for a Baja Blast.
You're tripping.
I never had to be in the mood for a lemonade. I can always take it. I never
Me
had to
and
be in the
Terrell ain't
mood
go
for
to
the
Taco Bell
Hasi.
that
I
much
can
in our
always
life.
take it. But then I don't really fuck with Wendy's big ass lemonades. Y'all need to get smaller cups.
Yeah.
Too damn much. Chick-fil-A has the opposite problem. They try our new dragon fruit. That motherfucker come this size. You like, hold up.
Is that my lens? I can't find my lens.
Damn, this might be yours. Oh yeah, cause look, yeah,
Let me
mine
see.
might be.
That is mine.
That is yours.
You know how you can't find yours and you immediately say, that's mine. That is mine.
Uh-huh.
Look at it
oh,
first
you missing
before-
yours so a nigga take yours and say,
This is mine. This is mine. Oh, that was the worst in school when it was like, who got my phone? They take yours? The CEO at the Coldplay concert, Terrell. We have to talk about this.
Yeah.
CEO at the Coldplay concert out there with his head of HR. Bro, think about how insane that is. I'm out there with the head of HR with the she buying me my first P5 stance. You know how your girl buy you your P5? Your broke ass never had enough money to get this shit. She fucking around and got a dope ass job and said, I got you something. You like, this motherfucker about to lace me with a game that I'm not ignoring her motherfucking ass on. Getting busted like that, to me, is the most idiotic shit ever. I kept telling A-Train. I just can't believe y'all like this at the concert thinking, what, nobody can see you? Y'all ain't look like y'all was in a private room and they zoomed all the way in the private room. Y'all at the concert.
Yeah.
It was people who were saying there was thousands of people that report to them both. Did y'all not think nobody was gonna see the concert ever? Like, even if it was a Facebook Hey, did y'all see? You know what I mean? Like,
Not yet.
I
But
was
you know
actually
what, bro?
surprised at that.
People are very bold. People will do stuff out in the open like that and just don't think they gonna see this person, your wife, cousin. Y'all got kids. Y'all literally have like family. They got aunts, uncles, cousins that y'all might be able to, that
And
y'all
I
might
think
run
both
into.
married.
And y'all both got that situation. So it was kind of crazy. And you know what's crazy, bro? I come from that corporate ladder of understanding how they move around the world. And let me just tell y'all, I worked for Best Buy.
Yeah.
And saw how that executive team moves around like they motherfucking superstars, and they are low key to the company. Everywhere they go, everybody know them. You get to do what you want, and guess what? It was very messy. Without saying any names, you would be like, "Oh shit, this person fucking with this person," and it's somebody that's super respected up here, super respected. Look up the Best Buy drama with the CEO now.
Nah, no bullshit. I remember when some of the drama went down.
Sam, who now is the CEO of 24 Hour Fitness. So it's like, dog, these CEOs be getting mixy, and be having family.
All I'm gonna say is, if you're gonna be mixy, cool. I just feel like you should be a little bit more swift. You a nigga that's a CEO. How about move like it, CEO? I told the only thing that will excuse this, I feel like when they was doing the call outs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was almost, this is my only way that I can explain what happened with bruh. I think he literally went and grabbed Shorty on some, what part of the show is this? And soon as you got that thought, because it seemed like, okay, we can be, they got that, like a lot of people was bringing up Scandal. Scandal just hit Netflix, believe it or not. You can watch the whole Scandal on Netflix. Kerry Washington.
Just a goodie.
Tony Goldwyn. Very good show. They was talking about Fitz and Olivia Pope's relationship and how they had moments where they had to be intimate, but they had to watch it. And the people was like, everybody knows Fitz wouldn't have ducked. Fitz would have stood there and held her.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I think bruh went out, grabbed her, and then soon as he got comfy in that moment of like, oh, I'm about to do this real quick. I'm going to show my little side piece joint that I still rock with her. He got busted soon as they put it up there. And I think the hard part about it, y'all, was the look of like, oh no, on both their face.
That's what made it worse. And at this point, y'all have seen for a week everybody kind of regurgitating that. But like since then, did you see the Phillies mascots joint?
Yes.
It's a lot of parodies of it.
Okay, so now
it's
look.
now a TikTok trend with like shit. So
what would your next course of action be?
What?
If you see your girl.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm getting ready to say, who am I in this situation?
Of course you wouldn't be the woman. Okay, let's say you.
No, I'm saying, what is my role though? Am I the?
Let's say you're the CEO. What you think that what are the next steps for him? Because I think they say he's on an administrative leave, but I think people are like, how is he the CEO and on leave? I think he's on a leave so that he can just detach a little bit. Like,
y'all gotta realize these companies are not ran by CEOs. The CEO is the spokesperson for your company. That company that he is the CEO of probably has a board of directors that will get your ass up out of it if we need a new CEO. Like,
no bullshit.
Go watch Severance, y'all.
There's no bullshit. You about to get the fuck out of here.
You the CEO, all right, but don't forget.
You couldn't make us.
You were picked for this.
Yeah, because the stock prices could start dropping.
Yes,
they could start
bro,
being
yes,
like, yo.
Yes.
Okay, so let's, if you were the husband of the woman.
You mean you at the crib.
You had the crib low-key on your phone. Because it ain't like, they were saying, it ain't like people were watching a Coldplay concert.
Oh, damn, yeah.
People were like, if they would have just stayed there and been like, whatever, kissed, it would not have been a moment.
It wouldn't have been a moment
because
at all.
nobody would have. It would have, but they commented.
And think about it though. If was it actually a kiss cam though, or was it like they were just showing audience members, or was it actually like a let's show audience members, or let's show couples to kiss? You know how sometimes they do a kiss cam where you supposed to kiss the person next to you.
Yeah.
Or was it them just showing people? I don't know that. But if it was a kiss cam, you can't do it as a CEO. You can't kiss the HR lady right here. Y'all can't do that.
Nah, they can't. He was cooked.
You're cooked either way. As soon as the camera was on you.
The fact that you're getting down, you just gave your wife half of everything you own with that one move.
Nah, y'all would never do that. Y'all, we put this on the docket as drama that you can't avoid, and that is the SZA versus Nicki stuff from this past week, which
We not going like we said. A lot of y'all probably have already seen it. If you haven't, the internet does its thing, and then people see it, artists comment, and then wires get crossed. I think that's what happened with Nicki Minaj and SZA. I don't think it's anything like real. It's just the internet is its thing. You can make a comment on something, and then somebody see your comment, don't like it. Hold on, wait, Terrell. Fuck y'all podcast. Now, next thing you know, it's this conversation about this podcast versus that one. When really it just came from that, that first little weird misunderstanding or interaction. That's basically what happened with Nicki Minaj and SZA. I'm not gonna get into the fine details of their, how it happened. But the conversation that got started over the past weekend, of course, was Nicki Minaj versus SZA and who was more successful. Terrell, I don't know if you want to talk about Nicki Minaj and SZA as far as what she was saying, as far as
we can talk. I mean, we can talk about
shit.
It. Let's just talk about the reception, because I feel like I actually like people saying I don't fuck with this motherfucker right here. I know I don't mind that. I think the reason it comes.
You mean saying that about Nicki, or you don't mind Nicki saying that about?
I mean, like, obviously somebody in my camp don't fuck with somebody in your camp. Like, y'all didn't fuck with Wayne. She's obviously on Wayne's side. A lot of this I feel like is like residual beef from everything comes on the heels of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She got her deal with Roc Nation and whatever, but I feel like when it comes to like TDE adjacent people, Punch, SZA, I feel like it really all comes at the heels of like how she feels about Wayne, her side with Drake, her being Young Money, and then them being the opposing. They're the force now. At one point it was Young Money, and now right now you starting to see Doechii everywhere. Kendrick and SZA are touring the world.
Yeah.
They just had a big ass victory lap of last year. So like it's kind of like they time. I like other people saying fuck y'all. We loved it from Joey. Right? We love Joey Badass saying fuck that bullshit. Nicki's angle is always the one that get her either caught up, or it's either how she does it and then her past.
Yeah.
Because Nicki didn't just say, man, y'all talking about this, but they can't even keep their numbers together over there. She goes to the detail, like this 30 million, where did it go? And it's like, now you playing a game where we all know like stuff is tricky, but you're gonna come off a certain way, not just because of what you're saying, but because of what you've said in the past. I'm kind of in the same boat with everybody that kind of feel like Nicki you just sometimes look like you reeling. It sometimes look like you just are just out of control. I feel like, think when you went back
because you have so much time to,
Think about it, T. She went back and forth. Y'all low key set the whole year off last year. You and Meg. Y'all were the first beef of last year.
No bullshit.
Y'all low key set the tone for what ended up being historic. But y'all were low key the beginning of that. But guess what happened with that, T? Nicki was going crazy online. Meg wasn't saying nothing. I feel like that situation should have kind of learned you something about the TL and how you're received versus, and in this situation where even though SZA was getting her shit off too, I feel like you kind of just look a little bit more out of control. Like you was like fishing for it. That's why when SZA bit back with the girl, ain't nobody worry about that weird shit. A lot of people kind of just fuck with that.
I think people don't like Nicki Minaj because of the seat Nicki Minaj has been in. Nicki Minaj is in the most unlikable seat. She was number one for a long time. Then she was the only number one at a certain point, meaning she's the only female MC. Now we had a lot of female MCs. Nicki Minaj is like, yo, everybody's biting my swag because they are. Everybody's a mini version of Nicki because they are. Low-key, it's hard for Nicki to not be in the seat that she in, I feel like. And like you say.
Question for you. Do you think she put herself in that seat?
I would say yes, but then again, I also feel like, unfortunately, because she didn't have competition for 8-9 years, her head is huge. So
but
like,
think about it. Instead of
she did, but Terrell, the way hip hop treated her, there was no room for anybody else. I was looking at the BET Awards, random. Nicki won like 7 straight BET Awards, female artist of the rap artist of the year. Like, when I tell you,
nobody outside.
Her run was so crazy, you would feel like the white boy. Imagine being Terrell, the only white boy that's good in basketball on this court. Like, you get respected. Like, you the professor. If y'all know that And1 mixtape story with the professor, like, first off, the professor still hoop. Shout out to bruh. But, like, his whole angle was like, yo, this a white boy. It's the 8 Mile B-Rabbit thing. Like, when you B-Rabbit, you get that one little special whatever because you out of the ordinary or out of the norm killing shit.
You're right, but Nicki...
And I feel like Nicki was the same way in a sense with hip hop, where she sat in that role for so long that when they came somebody else, that magic came back. As soon as another white boy step out, they get to cooking the professor. It's like, professor, it's a new one.
That's true, but I feel like Nicki made a career of you bitches is my sons. And I feel like when you make your career...
Her career didn't start on that, though.
I think she became who she was, and then you literally ran your... Think about it, Terrance. Nicki has been saying you bitches is my sons now for over 10 years.
Well, there have been...
Over 15 years.
I'm just saying that she has the right to say that.
No, but I do feel like the way Nicki came in, this was the inevitable future. Meaning, what happened when you're the older artist that's saying, oh, these old bitches can't fuck with me, and nobody down here that's coming up that y'all need to, keep you outside? You're not gonna have nobody to work with for real. Nicki don't have nobody really to work with that is a female rapper, because who can she work with that's not, you know what I'm saying? You can't work with Meg, you can't work with Cardi, you can't work with Ice Spice no more. You had that for a little bit. You're not gonna work with Doechii now. You just X that off. And not that you need it, you don't. She just did her tour, like she said. She's super successful. But I think perception-wise,
Doechii just won a Grammy rapping like Nicki Minaj.
Terrance, that's the thing though. That can be true. And at the same time, I'm not saying that Doechii don't have elements of Nicki. And that's the Nicki. That to me is my problem with Nicki. Cause you're right. All these bitches are your sons. But at what point are you closing doors on, like, when you get older? Everybody gonna become Snoop Dogg one day. Yeah. Everybody will get to be Snoop. Look at how Snoop embraced youth. He embraced this. Seeing Snoop sit with a Casanat who's 40 years younger than him is kind of like, or like 36 years younger than him, or however the difference is. I just feel like Nicki wasn't a girl's girl. So now, anything you say about these numbers, whatever, you're just gonna get put in a hater category, because now it's been years of this. And even though you be right about certain things, and yeah, you just come off like a hater. And then you was wrong about a lot. Then you saying stuff about her that you got.
Well, this is my thing. I feel like Nicki Minaj does have a certain, way that she is going about the whole shit that make it hard to believe when you have so much. Because you a star. And like you saying a lot, and it's like, instead of us believing you, it looks like, why are you doing this? And it started to look like you off your rocker. When you so big, if Jay-Z were to get online and say, at Nicki Minaj, you this, you that, it would take Jay down to a certain level where we are. Where we get on Twitter and say, hey, at Terrell, I didn't like what you said. When you see a star with millions doing that, it's like, this motherfucker don't know how to get their message across, and they're dumbing everything down to a us level.
Yeah, because you sharing it with us. Yeah, it feels
and
like nobody
Nicki
else
Minaj
is listening.
being the one literally supposed to be wearing the crown, it look even worse.
Now, what do you have to say about the conversation about SZA versus Nicki and who's bigger? It got there at one point. There's a couple different layers of that combo, of course, but what you think? Just hearing that. Is SZA bigger than Nicki, or Nicki bigger than SZA? Fuck it, let's be messy.
We did just see SZA on the last joint on the joint with Drizzy last year. And I believe the story that Act told about SZA not fucking with the shit that he was doing while they was trying to do Slime You Out, and they was doing For All the Dogs. SZA was just on that. And now you are on a world tour with Kendrick. So low key, I do feel like some of the smoke Nicki had was, like you said, back from that. It ain't just Nicki is manic and going crazy, and all of a sudden she just, that's what they try to make it seem like.
SZA stepped out there. You stepped out there on which I think was dope. Hey, let me talk shit about our new artist. Fuck out of here. Talk to me. I feel like SZA should have taken that approach instead of doing but y'all know how SZA is. Look at all her interviews. I'm anxious, whatever. I feel like that was the most SZA post ever. Was it not? Was it not?
SZA, leave it to Doechii. She gonna spit. Don't get upset. Don't shade somebody as gigantic as Nicki Minaj and think she gonna not say something to you, and then you can't back off now. You can't
And
play
then
I'm
Terrance.
just saying, you can't be the nigga that tells, look, I'm gonna just give y'all an example. Let's say it's some, aggressive ass nigga that's like literally saying, I'll beat everybody ass in here if I don't get my food.
Okay.
Or if I don't find out whatever, I'm liable to beat everybody ass in here. You can't be the nigga that says, shit, who? Oh, well, when you just asked for that nigga's attention, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and get my biggie fries and leave.
You think
you speak up and say, shit, not me. You letting your ego feel what he putting out, and guess what?
Terrance, you make
That's getting ready to come your way. That's literally what happened with Nicki Minaj.
Terrance, you right, but Nicki is probably not that to SZA. Is what I'm thinking. SZA don't look at Nicki like that.
But I feel like
You're not the big bad whoop in the store to her.
I feel like SZA's response wasn't so, like you said, though. It wasn't so, I'm with it. It was like,
Nah, it was.
hey, I'm not even about to go to here with you. I ain't even about, you shouldn't have said
Nah,
nothing.
you
just woke up.
You did.
You woke up a beast. She ready for war. You need to stay away from. That's like anybody that says anything to a Kanye West, that nigga's looking for attention. And guess what, SZA? You're huge. You just gave Nicki exactly what she was looking for. I'm about to use you to pop.
As an example.
I'm gonna go off on you. All your fans gonna see it. My fans got a reason. Look, they all looking for Nicki Minaj, and her fans is like that hood in GTA where you can't even go down there because for some reason they just want to beat. They just.
What the fuck you here for, nigga?
You lost?
You'd be like, a bunch of niggas with
if
green
you go
shirts.
this way, they stop talking and they're looking
was that
at.
San Andreas? No, what is that? What's
It was
the one
San
with-
Andreas.
But you said leave the Dochi. I agree. Hey, but hold on, wait, T. I'm about to say something that you might not like.
What? You think SZA is more successful than Nicki?
No. I feel like if Nicki was to get on some Bigfoot shit with SZA and SZA made a record back, niggas would sleep on SZA's pen. I don't want no consequences. I want my league back. If she get in that bag and right, all I'm gonna say is we heard your last diss, which niggas say is one of the worst of all time. Not even trying to pick on Shorty. But like, I'm not confident that you about to get in the booth on SZA. Like, what is all of this really gonna lead to?
All I'm saying is
Another
this.
one of those?
No. See, and thinking that this is going to lead to something that we get to consume is low-key thinking the wrong way,
And
y'all.
that's selfish, and you're right.
No,
You're right.
it's not selfish because it's hip-hop.
And we
Nicki
being
is an MC.
consumers. Yeah.
And you being a consumer. And you're not wrong for thinking that. That's actually a good thought because low-key, you're not wrong. I wouldn't be so super confident that Nicki's going to... Not that she don't have the ability to, but that at this point in her career, she could deliver that without some assistance. Or hopefully she would get some help with that. Like,
And you the no help side. All right, bet. Well,
but damn all of that. The conversation about is Nicki Minaj more successful than SZA? I feel like both women are super successful. But if you ask me, I feel like there was a lot of disrespect on the Nicki side. When we play the semantics and numbers game, SZA is gonna look very good on paper for like her last tour, her being
The Grammys,
like, I think 100 weeks on Billboard Top 100 or something like that. Like
you got one of the most, you talking to somebody one of the most successful albums of all time.
one of the most successful
So depending on
albums
how
of all
you
time.
quantify success.
And that's what I was telling people. We could say both of them were successful. But if you ask me, I don't think if you ask my opinion, I think Nicki Minaj is more successful than SZA. I think Nicki Minaj said something in her tweet to SZA that was kind of true. Where she said, if you never made music ever, like, okay. Like, if my music gets wiped from existence, it's a lot of y'all we don't know. I'm just sorry. It's just a fact.
Including the girl you defending
Including the
right
girl
now.
you defended, and arguably, you, SZA. Do you not have an element of hip-hop in your shit? That's why I said, yo, understand that it's doors open now that were opened by people that you really can't get into it because these motherfuckers was the ones that opened some doors for you. That's why it's like, I'm not saying she don't have no room to talk to Nicki. She definitely could get busy with Nicki, but I also feel like some people who were saying stuff like,
I feel like Nicki was right about the icon.
all Nicki has is, that's my
I
thing.
feel like she was right about the icon part, and that part that you talking about right there is right. But depending on how people quantify success,
Nicki Minaj has already got Video Vanguard. I've already been given
if I'm SZA
seven.
I have one of the biggest albums of all time. I have.
Trey, do you know?
I have so many diamond I got so many diamond like
Soulja Boy got one of the biggest songs of all time. That don't mean shit. Soulja Boy.
Man, we talking about diamonds. Does Soulja Boy have a bunch of diamond records and one of the biggest running albums of all time?
Soulja Boy got a diamond album, Terrell.
Didn't SZA win like 6 Grammys this year? Like, and then the snooze year was crazy for her. Like, come on, bro.
But look, that's
I
my
do
thing.
agree with what
you
Nicki
wasn't
said
competing
about
with
how,
Nicki
like,
though. You was
you're right.
competing in R&B,
and that's what makes this conversation,
which makes it like. That's why I said if we gonna have the music conversation, it'd be a little different. But if you ask me about success be success, I don't think what SZA is doing is birthing an entire next generation. I think what SZA is doing is a product of the generation we in now.
Mm-hmm.
Nicki Minaj birthed an entire generation of MCs, female. Even what these female rappers are doing these days, women rappers, they are literally doing still the shit Nicki started with.
Do you think? But see that okay. So this is what the conversation is. Depending on how you quantify success, you obviously have that big cultural, the impact, the influence side of Nicki Minaj weighs more on your barometer for success.
Yes.
Some niggas will take the Grammys, the records, the diamond, the longest charting album and give that to success. So y'all know I'm a numbers guy, but I can still see how you would think that Nicki is more successful. And I can see that argument because when you do make the argument that if we take one away, what changed? You know?
I'll use this example.
But that doesn't always quantify success just because cause and effect don't quantify success. It don't mean you more successful because you was the first that did it, so this all happened because of you. That don't mean you more successful than me. It's a nigga that threw the ball before Tom Brady. It's a nigga that Tom Brady modeled his own. You know. Tom Brady had an idol.
Yeah.
Before he was the GOAT. You know?
Yeah.
If that's the case, Jordan's gonna be the greatest. It doesn't matter what. LeBron is the obvious example of this. Of when that thought goes too far. When
I don't think so, because LeBron.
When you can't get past those cultural, that impact moment, that even when the stats get elapsed, he can't be ever the greatest. Because I saw Jordan. Okay, now I'm not even gonna argue with you. You obviously quantifying your success
you'll realize
and it doesn't mean you wrong.
Most of those people are not arguing anything but numbers these days. And like those arguments, the LeBron James arguments like that, you would never lose an argument when you have numbers. But y'all gotta realize that like it's a shame that we didn't respect numbers the way that we do now, because if we did, then we would have had other conversations back then. You know what I mean? Like certain snubs and certain awards given away, y'all wouldn't have thought was, if y'all was talking numbers the way that we talk now, like we used to talk with like culture, like a wave. We used to talk with what generated the wave. That was what's dope. Now we will sit there and say, I don't care what you saw, these are the numbers, and numbers don't lie. When I think about like, I want you to think about like the Godfather franchise 1, 2, and 3. And you compare a franchise like that versus like a Marvel franchise where they did a 1, 2, and 3 or something like that. And if somebody were to compare these two franchises, let's go Endgame, Marvel Infinity War, Endgame, whatever. Oh, I'm not even that because that's the big one. But like, you know what I mean?
Do Captain America. Do
Captain America 1, 2, and 3.
Civil War.
Let's say you put all of the accolades that they were ever nominated for, all the money they made, everything that they did with those 3 films next to the 3 films of The Godfather, right? Look at what The Godfather birthed for cinema, period, that still lasts to this day. People redoing those scenes. But when you look at Captain America in them 3 movies, you'll say Captain America's one more relevant and they make more money. Why would we care about a Godfather? And when you have that conversation, like you said, Terrell, we can say that Captain America is a more successful franchise than The Godfather. But when you're looking at cinema as a basis of, okay, what would be here if this didn't exist? If they never did them Captain America films, low key, we probably still have movies. We probably still have Godzilla. We would still have movies in that same category. But if they never did Godfather, we might not have.
We don't get the gangster.
We might not get.
Ain't no might.
There's no might
about it.
Don't get it. So that's how I feel about Nicki Minaj. Where yes, SZA, you're very successful within a field that you're in, that you're, you know what I'm saying, you killing. But this girl created the field over here. Like there was no field over here.
He didn't create the field
Well,
because you also had an inspiration. Even though
I say she did because you don't see people running with and rapping like Eve. You don't see people running and rapping like
so when
Lil Kim. Everybody out here doing what Nicki doing.
If in 5 years Cardi say fuck Thug, that nigga ain't me. I'm the real big slime, whatever. I'm the one that inspired all these niggas. And guess what? Let's say he's inspired.
That would be bullshit.
Let's say in 5 years he's inspired a bunch of this new wave. Same with female hip hop. We didn't have Lotto for 10 years. The last 6 or 7 years gave us Lotto, Glow, all of these girls. Ice Spice. Because like you said, for years
Glow
it was just
is the
Nicki.
furthest away from Nicki Minaj. Glorilla is the furthest away from Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, but I feel
much
like
closer to
Glorilla,
Gangsta Boo and them, you know?
for sure. See? So you can't say you created, you can't say you the Godfather if we would have still had The Departed if you didn't, you know? Because it's arguable that Terrance, now you can't give Nicki Godfather.
The Godfather wasn't the first of that. You could say
was the
something
first
birthed
film,
Godfather.
Terrance, Godfather was the first film that romanticized gangsters. Do you remember
Not true.
Terrance,
Not true.
Terrance.
Not true.
I just did a video on this, Terrance.
The first
On
film
District
that
9,
romanticized gangsters was Godfather.
The first film to romanticize and humanize gangsters. The first film that gave you, if these motherfuckers got a problem, they can come and see me about it.
Terrell, that's not the first film.
Was The Godfather. Terrance, the first film that showed you the inner... Oh, damn. Hold on, let me fix it. The first film to show you the inner workings of, like, the behind-the-scenes crowd. You know how we like, that's those 42 bricks right there? Like, bro, none of that stuff exists. None of this A-Boogie showing you how to bag up coke. This is how we was running shit. We had this going here.
The storytelling element that Mario Puzo gave to the story, The Godfather, and the way that they were able to translate it on screen, I would say, like we were talking about, it definitely birthed a genre. Yeah. But also...
Because before then, it was just...
You can't say it, like Scarface came out in 1932. That's a remake. That's a gangster film.
But Terrance,
you can't say these movies didn't exist.
But Terrance, think about how cartoonish... Think about how cartoonish Scarface was back then.
I feel you. But look, you're not doing that. But look, you're not doing that with Nicki Minaj, though.
But
you're not doing that with the Nicki Minaj.
He didn't feel real. The Godfather felt like, okay, this is happening up the street.
Can I say that about Nicki Minaj and them? About how you saying I'm using Nicki. But the rap artists before Nicki were great. Missy Elliott, Eve,
Queen
Latifah,
MC
everybody.
Light.
But it's almost like they were the mold that created the Nicki Minaj, that created the new lane. Playboy Cardi, what's the name that you just used? The best song, the #1 played song of the year for me is Trim by Playboy Cardi. Because to me, that is future sound. Even you coming in after him just sound like another version of him. It's hard for me to say that Playboy Cardi created a lane when you literally are one of the biggest lane switchers right now. I feel like in the game right now, one of the biggest lane hoppers is Playboy Cardi. Put me on wax saying it. The only rapper that could do 3 different voices, none of which are really original. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, cause yeah.
One's Future, one's Mini Thug, one's
yours. No,
another Thug.
He got his deep voice joint,
That's Young Thug. Have you ever heard Harambe?
Okay, see, I forgot who I was talking to. Terrance won't give even his original sound.
Deep voice Cardi is deep voice Thug. Put the Cartiers on with the Gucci scarf. Put the Cartiers on. You hear how loud he is? How can he go from there, but then have a song like Harambe where I'm speaking from the bottom of my throat? Because that was what Young Thug did before Playboy Cardi even thought of it. That's why Playboy Cardi could never step out there and say you fathered anything you doing. You walking around like Lil Wayne right now. Nothing you're doing right now is really original except the sound of it. The aura is what's original. Mm-hmm. But when you try to get off even your sound, we can point around to inspirations. Nicki Minaj is one of a kind, but and y'all need to put respect on Nicki for just being that. Stop trying to point to other people like Nicki, because unfortunately, there's not another Nicki Minaj. Y'all cannot like her right now. But let's not start lying.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like, all right, bet. You're right about the whole Nicki gets a respect thing. We not keeping for her because she was dead ass wrong in this whole shit.
I feel like she was wrong in a lot of parts.
I feel like, given what you saying, because you right, and we'll just tail it off with this.
What do you think?
I think Nicki got to get to a... I think you right.
You already said what you...
Right. There's no other thing. There's no other Nicki. Yeah. She's the whatever. But I'm kind of tired of us always having to fall back on praise for Nicki. It's time that the community come together to say, yo, you need to start being the royalty that people already thrust your way. Like, I feel like even SZA hopping out there and saying that, I'm an icon. That if your music went away, nobody would care. If you believe that that's true, why does she even deserve a response from you? This nigga Jim Jones has been shooting at the moon at Nas. And you see Nas said something like that on his album. Like, you can't reach me. Like, I'm in orbit. Like, you see how Nas handled that? Like, I'm an OG. I'm not about to get on the TL with this nigga. I'm not about to even get on an interview and talk about this nigga. Nothing. You gonna hear me on record. Jay do the same thing. These are people that people say are the greatest of all time. When people talk about Mount Rushmore, they put your ass up there.
She is the Mount Rushmore.
Act like you supposed to be up there and stop getting on the TL and doing this thing.
But I'll tell you this. Does the world act like she is the mountain, or do they disrespect her because of her personal choices? I'll say this. Nicki Minaj, low-key, I can't say that she gets treated like the royalty she is. We two arguments can be made, and I'm not caping for Nicki Minaj, but one thing that I will say is maybe you're right about the fact that Nicki Minaj should be more of an elder statesman. We would like to see her that way. Bro. But what do you also have to say about the fact that you could also make the point that she is going at a Jay-Z who is very, very, very unpopular to go against. If you go against Jay-Z, you will be met with a lot of you're crazy, you're this, you're going after. And I was telling An was like, why do it feel like people want to put Jay-Z in that Diddy box? Like they're trying to find something on him so that we can put him in that Diddy box. I was telling her, Jay's super political now. Like Jay is a political nigga now. He not just, I used to rap, but now I'm Dr. Dre. You know?
Yeah.
You are a politician, my nigga.
He's not though, T. Jay has said for years, Democrat, no, I sold dope.
Jay, that doesn't change what you're doing now, bro. You're too big.
Now. Yeah, that's
you
true.
can't hold on. I told
you see that? That's my Jay cape.
Yeah.
Hold up, that we've had for years.
And I told An, I said, Jay tries to still get off the, I'm just a young black kid from Marcy. Not anymore, Jay. You now are a fucking billionaire.
Okay, but you saying it to say what though? Because
I'm saying this to say that Nicki Minaj is going
her beef is with
Rock Nation. But you know how people gonna look at that.
Yeah, it's still Jay. It's still.
And it's so funny because you can see some of the Beyonce fans talking about how she not saying nothing about Beyonce, almost like them saying she good with us because she ain't say nothing about Beyonce yet. But it's like the way that you see people.
It is a weird thing though. That is a weird thing. If you a fan of Nicki and a fan of Beyonce, and look, you a girl, so you don't really give a fuck about Jay, but you just know, look, Beyonce's husband. You are kind of in that middle where it's like, as long as shit don't get bad, or if she start talking disrespectful about family or whatever that I care about, I'm good with this.
Y'all not gonna see a lot of people getting up there and talking about Jay like they would have if this was like a Drake or somebody else. But Jay got some serious ass court shit out there.
He does. If
it was anybody else, not only would niggas be talking about it more, but people would be pointing their finger and saying stuff and accusing him of more. Mm-hmm. But I think because Jay's been so great, one of the first black rapper, billionaire.
Now, yeah, he's heritage. He's Hove. Think about it. Yeah. People look at him as Hove. And you're right. So Nicki going at him do put her in that.
It automatically puts her in that box.
She don't have to, like you said, when you're having your fight on the TL with us, it makes us feel like nobody else is listening to you.
That's true.
You have to talk to us about it. This is why when niggas get online and say, my contract, some bullshit, it's because they label not telling them what they want, so they feel like, I just got to go make noise on the TL.
Nah, yeah. 100%. Now, we can move on. Speaking of contracts, we can keep the ball rolling, Terrell.
All right, bet. Put your thoughts in the comments about the Nicki shit. Sorry, Barbs. Sorry, SZA, Hive, if we fucked anything up. Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why y'all doing this.
Both women are successful and great. Low-key, they shouldn't even have been doing this shit. Speaking of women, speaking of success, speaking of contracts, this past weekend was the WNBA All-Star Game. Terrell, I don't know if you watched. I had some stuff going on at the crib, but still was able to catch it. A-Train actually watched more of it than me. Shout out to A-Train. But I did get to catch a good amount of it. One thing I wanted to talk about is the WNBA players chose to make a stand.
I'm glad this nigga said this because I had put this on my docket. I said, I gotta talk to this nigga about it because I don't know, Terrance.
Oh, no.
Oh, go ahead, finish with the content.
We might be on the same page. I don't know. Basically, they wore shirts that said, pay us what you owe. I hope we're on the same page, Terrell. They wore these shirts at the beginning of the All-Star game. I want y'all to keep in mind the All-Star game averaged around 3.4 million viewers last year. Mm-hmm. That was a 305% raise from the All-Star game last year.
Oh, I am on your side about this.
Shout out to Caitlin Clark.
I think I am on your side about this.
Maybe you are. This All-Star game averaged, I believe, 4.2 million, right? A 25% increase from last year.
That's right.
The league is growing. F all of you muffle snuffers that say it's not. Because guess what? The proof was in the pudding. Caitlin Clark didn't even play, but guess what? Still a 25% growth. So everybody who said the numbers was going to go down, you was actually wrong, right? Mm-hmm. Now, these girls wearing the Pay What You Owe Us shirts is a message that they're clearly sending to the WNBA commissioner and a lot of the top of the WNBA because they're trying to get the money right. The only reason why I'm bringing it to the podcast, I know y'all might not be big WNBA supporters or followers, but y'all have seen stuff like this before. If you're an NFL fan, you've seen when the NFL did their version of this where players were able to wear in racism on the back of the helmet, in racism in the end zone, taking a kneel during the national anthem. And also in basketball, we've had Black Lives Matter shirts.
Yes, we have.
Things you could say on the back of your own jersey. The only reason why I bring those things up, y'all, is because the way that they are received by the public is normally not a good thing. It's never been received in a good way. We've never, even as black people, we've always kind of looked at these things with a kind of a question mark. So I think the reason why these things aren't being received well by the public is because it's not really for us most of the time. You could tell that this is all bullshit within the league. Like NFL putting in racism on the end of in the end zone. Y'all just doing that the same way y'all got the Rooney Rule, where y'all
marking show
that so y'all can say that we're doing this. Same with the NBA, low key. I get it, but then also we're not watching for this. With the WNBA and then those two NFL and NBA, I feel like their causes were also more about the world. This one right here, y'all, is about the women in the league. And the reason why it's not going over well with people is because of the way that they're doing this. You're making a stance to your league in front of people who, unfortunately, y'all, this is the hard truth, they do not care. People do not care enough to take this protest serious. I think because these women are still trying to grow the league, they should just go out there and play the game. If you want to make this protest, I feel like because it's between y'all and the WNBA, Nafisa Collier is leading these meetings. Let her get up there and do that. Or I feel like there's a way you could do it that's outside of
Well, I don't mind the shirt.
the WNBA game. And this is the reason why that, and Terrell, I'm going to let you go. The WNBA game was literally one of the worst All-Star games I saw in a very long time. It was absolutely horrible. It was absolutely, last year, the game was so much more competitive. This year, it's a blowout by 30. You got Asia Wilson starting the game trying to shoot. They got 4-pointers. So you got all these bigs shooting 4-pointers. These chicks are shooting air balls.
Man.
They not playing defense. So when you have a shirt that says, pay us what you owe us, and then you go on to put on what's normal of an All-Star game, which is mediocre, not really fun play, the message is not going to be received well, y'all. It's just going to look like y'all are complaining about money again. Now, I'll say this for the people who feel like they don't deserve what they owe in the Terrell. I'm sorry, I know I'm rapping. The WNBA players only make 9% of the league's revenue share. They only get 9% of what the league is getting. That is hella small.
It is very small.
NBA gets 50%.
56.
56. And with what the WNBA is getting now because of Caitlin, they actually have a right to make to wear these shirts and make a message this big.
100%. That's my point.
I just think it ain't gonna be received well because we are gonna look at y'all playing the game and determine that They not gonna look at the percentages. That's why I felt like, oh no, this might not have been the best move for the league, y'all.
What people normally say about the WNBA and like them wearing the shirts and what I've seen is the league has been losing money for years. So y'all just reported a $50 million loss. Why would you make more money if the teams are losing money? Or if the league is losing money? Y'all want to be paid more. How? Right? How? How could you be paid more? What you just said about the 9% versus the 50% is a very true thing. That's a very real indicator. What a lot of people don't know is that the NBA for decades lost money, reported losses for decades, up to the 80s. Up to Magic, Bird, and then Jordan. That's when the NBA became profitable. Do you know that they lost money all them years? And in those years where they lost money, do you know how much NBA players made? $380,000 was the average salary for an NBA player in the 80s. That translates to $1.1 million today. WNBA player average salary is $130,000 in 2025. So even when the NBA was losing money, them niggas wasn't balling out. It's funny you say, look, they shooting, it was a terrible game. Think about the All-Star game in 1984, right?
Right.
Probably not the craziest game yet, but they was making 380 racks to be out there as mailmen. The WNBA players, right, with the league, their league also losing money for a little while. Their league being the same worth, meaning we got the same
size
capital we got the same capital that we working with that y'all did back when our investment is about the same. Since that split is very different, they have every right to say, pay us what you owe us.
Because we're not even getting paid what y'all was paid, what they was getting paid in the 80s.
They're paid 9 times less than what they pay NBA players when their league was valued at the same as us 30 years ago.
And let me just say this one last piece, because that's great information that he just gave y'all. And guess what, y'all? This is not a comparison to the NBA saying they need to be on the same page as the NBA. Mm-hmm. We just use the NBA to say, hey, WNBA, pay your fucking players. That's what this is all about. This is not about the WNBA players needing to be played like NBA players. This is about the getting new money from Caitlin Clark Wave, Angel Reese Wave. Y'all think y'all about to keep the salaries the same? And then when they just came out and told them what the new salaries was going to be, they said, fuck no. Y'all are trying to keep more money in y'all pockets than the people who are... You see Angel Reese tweet where she said, I had a great time because of the players. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, the players...
They fighting for equity because... And it's just like if in the 80s, right? The NBA... Let's say the NBA came out in a league next to something that was already thriving for years. Like comparing the WNBA, which is so young, to the 75-year, whatever year history NBA.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfair to say they need to be playing like this. Yo, their game has evolved over the course of many more decades than what we have in the W. So yes, the play isn't what it's supposed to be right now. But if you look at the raw facts about the numbers, I don't see how you can have an issue with them wanting to be paid more when the NBA players were paid 9 times more than this.
When they were in the same situation.
The fact that they was making 300 racks in the 80s and today, 2025, a WNBA player, where the company is worth the same, Terrance. That is the big thing.
That's the biggest point.
I'm not saying the NBA is worth $500 million, y'all, of course. Nah, we talking about when the NBA was worth what the WNBA is worth now. They were paying their players 300 racks. And the WNBA, at that same worth, years later, is only paying 130. They have every right to protest. You may not agree with the money spent. You may think they need the money for something else. And that's cool, but this is why they got the shirts on.
And now you see shut up and dribble happening. Y'all tried to act like y'all had a problem when...
And T, we are rapping this because...
Okay, but look.
You are the rap.
Y'all was saying when y'all got mad when, what's her name, said shut up and dribble or shut up and just play basketball. Don't protest, right? You had a lot of people who were saying that back when with the NBA and stuff like that. Some of the same people... Or some of those same people that had a problem with that are now saying, what's the big fucking deal? What's the big deal? And it's like you said, you might not like the WNBA or care to watch, but that doesn't mean you got to come step on something that literally has nothing to do with you. They trying to get paid because they deserve it. It's not because...
And you know what, Terrance? We're going to stay on win. We're going to keep it pushing, y'all. Leave your thoughts in the comments about the WNBA shit if you keep up with it. Big shout out to everybody that may not follow the WNBA but still listen to that because... I feel like people don't know about certain shit like that. But Terrance, let me just tell you this, and I don't know if you've been keeping up. Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
This is gonna be very quick. Clarissa Shields and Laila Ali. This can't happen.
No way.
Did you see so you know the backstory?
Yeah, but I think it looks bad on Clarissa.
Clarissa got the money, but Laila is talking shit.
No, she not. Laila Ali.
She's being a boxer.
I'm not about to let you. First off, I am literally low key. It's so funny because they say Laila Ali trying to keep her namesake. She was known as that female boxer. I keep saying female. She was known as the woman's boxer, Laila Ali. But she ain't that no more. And I feel like nobody is expecting Laila Ali to what? Come out of retirement and fight the pound for pound best ever?
And she told her she got the money, right?
Clarissa looks insane
you get the money,
doing that.
We could do the fight.
You
Clarissa got the money. Laila, don't agree to this fight because you are, and not saying you can't beat her.
No
but
way.
You are 46, and that video that be going around of Clarissa punching that girl and her literally hitting the ground, I just don't think it'd be smart for you to even do it at your age.
I think when she said, I'm gonna need about 15 million, I think she was saying that in a sense like, oh, y'all gonna have to pay me. You know how a nigga be like, you gonna have to give me 100 million. Imagine somebody saying, okay, so we got 100 million. It's like, oh shit, I'm not about to fight this motherfucker.
But he got fighter's blood. Strap up then, nigga. You gonna take your old ass out there and do whatever you can.
If you know what's better for you, Laila, you wouldn't do that. I want to see Clarissa Shields fight somebody who's probably will never fight, which is Alicia Baumgartner. But I don't know if they can ever get that weight situated, but that'll be fun. I still think Shields is literally arguably one of the best boxers of all time. Legit.
Yeah?
Bro, she's like a champion in more than 5 weight classes or some shit. Bro, low-key, she's the best fighter of all time, but like, it's like a WNBA player. Like Sabrina Ionescu has the 3-point record. They'll say in WNBA and NBA, but people won't put respect on it because people will say, "Oh, it's WNBA."
Yeah,
but Shields is low key, bro. She is a pound for pound, legit different weight class. Couple belts.
That's why I said all I saw was Laila.
Literally,
I said Laila Ali gotta be over like 44. Gotta be.
No way Laila Ali should ever do this. You're signing up for a death wish. Don't let your mouth.
Terrance, we just got terrible news on air. Michael Jamal Warner, man.
He grew to be a great dude, man. Show the TV. Show them.
Man, we just got the news. Michael Jamal Warner, famous, literally black royalty here.
Yeah.
Theo from the Cosbys, y'all. Dead at 54.
54 is young, man.
That's too young.
54 is a young old man. I don't want to go at 5'4".
Man.
5'4".
5'4".
I don't want to go at that time. Rest in peace to
rest in peace to
somebody
to a legend,
who was
man.
set in my childhood.
Help raise us a little bit.
Yeah.
You watch the Cosbys? Man.
Set it off. They got me going crazy like Cleo. Ain't have a big brother, used to watch the Cosbys and look at Theo. Me railing my cousin, that was the immaculate trio.
All right, y'all, look.
We shouldn't be laughing post this man's death.
You know how black folks are. You know how we do.
That's horrible, Terrell.
No, it is. We laugh. That's why Laughing My Pain, Kevin Hart, we really do that. We really laugh through pain.
No bullshit. What did I expect us to do?
That's why we started making comedies first. Even though that came from...
That's why I said you bigging that up. That's some traumatic shit. There was a girl that tweeted, she put, I jokingly asked this guy, what would happen if I canceled our meeting? And he said, not a problem.
I saw this.
I can easily get other girls around. Meeting canceled successfully is what she said. She put. Meeting successfully canceled. Basically, this response got her to cancel this meeting, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you think she was right or wrong in canceling that meeting?
Is this controversial?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, she was not wrong at all.
I feel like him saying you can get other girls around is like you're confirming for her why she should feel like she's good canceling. Why say that?
Because, low-key, this is looked at as, niggas look at it like this. She wanted him to simp for her.
Oh, she's canceled. Oh, my bad. She canceled.
Oh, I should say the date. I should say a date. They have a date set up. And she jokingly says, what would happen if I just canceled our date?
Okay,
And
so
he
he's
says-
canceling their date.
Yeah.
Oh, and see, you can't show ego, fellas.
He says, not a problem. I'll just get other girls around. You know why I wanted to bring this to the podcast, y'all? I used to say shit like that. I used to say shit like that thinking that, like,
I feel like Andre Iguodala.
I'm letting you, the girl, know, because this is what niggas think. I'm letting her know that she not my only fish in the sea and that I actually have options. And I wouldn't be so hurt because what do I look like saying, well, I would be so hurt if you can't, you know?
Yeah.
You like you said, you gotta play the middle. I've been the guy that tried to show a little nut sack at a certain point. I want to put a left nut up here and say, so I got other girls that I probably call.
And what you learned is what?
And what you learn is,
It ain't worth it.
It's not worth
You're
it.
doing it all from a place of like ego. And even though you might be right, saying that don't help you. It actually hurts you. It makes you, she now get to paint you as the salty nigga. Never let that be you, fellas. Always let it be cool. Fuck it. You're going to move on anyway. You just need to know that the game come with bullshit, which you already know if you've been doing this.
let's say, no, this is the
She
thing, Terrell.
cancel. I'd be low-key mad, but I wouldn't.
Terrell, no, but this the thing.
Uh-huh.
She jokingly, this is the biggest part of this. She jokingly says, haha, what if I just canceled our date? And then you come with your ego. Y'all got to keep in mind.
damn, Terrance, that's
She
even worse.
didn't say, you blowing me, I might cancel our date. It wasn't like that. Y'all having a convo and she jokingly says, oh, what would you do if I just canceled our date? And you're coming out of nowhere saying, I got other girls around. Oh, damn, bro. You got to think about if you like this girl. Like, we have been
That's
fed by society that when you are a man with a bunch of women or a man that is sought after, that's more impressive to other girls. So you sometimes want to say that, but fellas, you can never say that. Only the universe can speak to that. Soon as, Terrell, you speak about having women as a man, you look less attractive. But let all these other women say, oh, Terrell get shorties. Oh, Terrell get women. You're going to be more attractive to them.
Yeah.
But as soon as you say that, it's not
That's why you never do. First of all, Terrance, I thought what you said to me, I thought she told bruh, damn, I'm not gonna be able to make it type shit. Cause fellas, y'all know that happened.
Nah, yeah.
But this wasn't even that. This was her just playing. You should have just kept it P. You could have been, dog, this is the perfect
Some people think
time
that that's P. Yeah.
Some people think that telling her I got girls is P.
I used to think that saying not a problem, I got other girls around was letting her know that I wasn't just a nigga that luckily got her number and you're the only motherfucker I'm talking to, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, nah, y'all, that drink gonna work against you. And Terrance, as you can see, you know that. That
Nah,
works.
100%.
That works. You saw how people respond to that. Yeah. You act for this. You can very easily give a girl the ick. Fella.
Terrell, but do you know this has 16 million views and the majority of people are saying that bruh dodged a bullet? A majority of the men in these comments are saying that instead of simping for her, like she's obviously trying to get you to, because when you think about it, what would you do if I canceled our meeting? She's looking for you to say that you would forgive her, that it would be no problem, that it'd be whatever. And of course you're supposed to do that, y'all. But you could also say, Terrell, she is trying to kind of get you to like simp. But that's why I say you gotta like the girls, because some girls you gotta low-key simp for, right?
Yeah.
And that
feel
sounds horrible, but
some of y'all need to go and listen to Drizzy verse on Girls Need Love remix Summer Walker and why that's like a legendary to me feature. Like, you gotta play the game. Like, yeah, if you canceled our date, dog, my heart be heartbroken. Are you kidding me?
Right.
You can't
There
leave
we
me out
go.
here
You
while
can't
I'll cry in
leave.
this restaurant. Like,
that's
fellas, and even if I've told bitches that when I had in my hey, I would be heartbroken if you did that to me. Are you kidding me? Go listen to Drizzy verse Girls Need Love, where he be like, shouldn't even have to testify. Like, that nigga
the reason why he gets shorties is because of how
and the beauty of that verse is the whole verse Summer is like, I just need some dick. I just need some love. Girls need love too. Drizzy comes with the supreme gaslight. Damn, these niggas is trash, but you know he's trying to fuck. That's why the best thing about that verse. That's why it's like, yo, you gotta play. It's Drizzy playing the game. It was the perfect feature. It was the perfect, and niggas need to go listen to that. Because if you think that this nigga was right for doing that and that he dodged a bullet, I feel like you the bullet.
I think a lot of y'all is going to hear that. I said niggas going to hear that and be like, oh, bro passed the test. Oh, bro passed the test because, yeah, she want to cancel. Fuck her. Go get another drink that ain't going to cancel.
Right.
But I'm telling you, bro, trust me.
I want to see somebody that we know got a roster of women say that bruh was right. That's not on no red pill shit.
Not no bullshit.
Because, let's see. That's not on no I get all my bitches from money shit. If you're watching this on Tuesday, we listened to the Tyler Creator last night.
Yes, sir.
We have to talk about the fact that all of this music is dropping this week.
Don't Tap the Glass.
Don't Tap the Glass came out last night for y'all. We're listening. If you're watching this, you're looking at a nigga who haven't heard it yet. We're listening tonight. But we got Metro Boomin this week. We got Freddie on Friday. It just seemed like music is... Right now, we in the thick of it. We had Justin Bieber's album just passed. People love that album. We still got to listen to that. But y'all, we in the thick of it right now musically.
Man, I'm telling you. Definitely one of the biggest moments in the year so far. I feel like you can just see the wave. Mm-hmm. Definitely trying to be outside for that. So shout out to everybody with the Realest 9 that's tapped in.
That's right.
And keeping up. Because I'm telling you, I felt like we starting to digest some of these albums well too. Like real listens, real like... Mm-hmm. Y'all remember when we used to cut so much music out? I'll be looking at old reactions. We used to cut out so much because of like...
No, yeah, we're doing full album listens now.
But
it's not just
swear we listened to the whole joint.
But yeah, so we got a lot of music this week that we're gonna be listening to.
All right, well look, let's check out some of these what's worse questions, Terrell. Okay, bet real quick, I'm gonna ask you this: what's worse, forgetting to clock in or forgetting to clock out?
Oh,
and really think about this.
I would say forgetting to clock. Both suck. Both you ain't getting paid for that day.
Shout out to all my people on this shift right now.
Shout out to everybody working, yeah. If you don't fix that punch, you can get paid for that day until the next pay period, so you better hurry up and fix it.
You know why is it?
But I would say it's worse to miss that punch in because you late. Punch out, you're not late. You just didn't punch out. So somebody will say, hey, you didn't punch out last night.
Okay,
versus
he got
you getting that tardy. Come on,
not
bro.
yet.
I used to write motherfuckers up for a living.
And let's say the tardy didn't matter. I still think punching in, clocking in, or forgetting to clock in look bad because let's say you was on time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got here on time. Even if you was on time, Terrell, you used to look at a timesheet. You used to manage a timesheet. Those manual punches start to look very suspicious. Terrell, a manual clock out don't look suspicious, especially when it's at the time that they were supposed to leave.
He probably was here.
He said he left? Okay, bet. Like, you figured he was supposed to leave at 5, bet.
I'm not gonna lie, I used to have people, I can say it now because I don't get fired. We used to have motherfuckers manual punch all the time. I used to have motherfuckers leave at 11 and punch 9.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, fuck.
Because somebody would just have that eagerness to want to move up and say, yo, I'll stay here with you. I'll clock out right now, but stay. Bad.
Fuck it.
And got press some niggas, they know who they are, got promotions off sticking
like
by,
that.
stick with me. And I'm gonna get you there. Stick with me.
I think it's funny because like, that I just know that punch in looked funny up there. It looked like, yo, we don't know if he got here on time or not. You got them looking at you funny now, and they'll let you be messing up on the floor, you know? All right, look, see how random that was? Another one. This one's more towards IG, right? What's worse? Somebody who follows you on IG but never likes a single post, or somebody who watches every single story you post but never says anything?
I don't really care for either. I don't look at either.
Make yourself a YN. That's what I told myself. I don't really give a fuck. But if you were, what's worse? Would you rather have somebody that follows you on IG but never liked the post, never said nothing, or somebody that follows you on, or somebody that watches every one of your stories but never replies to them?
I guess give me the first one because I have what? I got like 30,000 on IG. Yeah. If I post a picture right now, it'll get like 4,000 or 5,000 likes, maybe 3,000 likes. So I already got 20,000 motherfuckers that just do not interact at all.
But think about it. That's why I say, well, how can you say, oh, you saying give me the first one?
I'm saying, yeah, just give me that because I already had, that's already
what
my
do you mean give me that?
now.
We asked, the question is what's worse?
Less people are going to see your story anyway.
I'm asking you what's worse.
The first one is worse.
The person who follows you but doesn't say anything.
Oh, damn, no, which one is worse? I thought it was like a which one.
I would say the first one is worse too. The person that watches your story every day but they don't say nothing, they're giving you engagement. People,
I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. There's people with story that I watch every day and say zero shit to them, and it's literally like a check-in, low-key.
Yeah.
Oh, this motherfucker alive.
People be having a problem with that, but low-key, that's engagement. Like, Yeah, I'd rather have somebody that's looking at my story every day than the person that's watching that follows me, but they don't say anything because they could have put me on mute or some shit.
I feel like if you watch my story every day, first of all, I don't post a story every day. But if you watch all of my stories, I feel closer to you. I feel like you fuck with me on a different level because the TL is the TL. There's so many people whose stories I just never even see they bubble. I'm not on my phone even enough as I'm on my phone. Addicted to my damn phone. I don't see the bubble, but I got one, Terrance. I'll call you. Yo, what you want from Subway? Go.
I'm gonna do a turkey sub, right? Cold cut turkey, provolone cheese.
I can make you that damn
turkey. Terrell, no the fuck you cannot, cause I'm gonna get Italian herbs and cheese bread. He's cooked already cause he doesn't have that. Lettuce, tomato, mayo. I'm gonna do some oil, salt and pepper. Chill though. Don't do the most with that joint. I'm not trying to bite into a fucking crunch munch. I'm trying to bite a sandwich. You ever had them put the salt on it and you biting this?
They put way too much. If that's
like,
the case,
damn,
what are they using? Himalayan bricks?
Onions. A-Chain would get banana peppers, but I'm not doing that bullshit.
Too hot.
So what was the question for? You getting ready to go get me a sandwich?
No, I just want to know what you was gonna say. You picked a trash ass sandwich, boy.
Cold cut.
Let me get.
Nigga wanted me to pick a meatball marinara. Fat back ass. Nigga wanted me to get a heavy sandwich. He wanted me to get one of the sandwiches that never made $5 foot long. Y'all remember there was the $5 foot longs? But then there was the sandwich. The meatball marinara was never $5.
It was never. It was always $7.99.
That joint was always
$8.99. You gonna pay for this?
My dad was geeked off of them joints.
He was.
Man,
and
remember?
I slept, bro. I had my first meatball sub at 31.
What?
First one at 31 from
from
Firehouse.
Speaking of meatballs, A-Train randomly made this pasta. And I'm like, she making this pesto pasta. She always making some shit. That's the best, fellas. This is the best thing about when you live with your girl. She get an idea for some shit, whatever it is. You like, all right,
yeah. What is it?
She made this pasta with these meatballs, bro. That shit was so gas. I wanted to tell niggas to come over and try that shit.
Terrance, at the height of my gym career, Gigi got into baking. So now we got cakes, cookies. We trying. It's resilience on this side, and don't have a lot of it.
Oh, last thing we could talk about. Very, very last topic, Terrell. Donald Trump comes out and he says that the Washington Commanders need to change their name from the Commanders to the Redskins. I don't think y'all realize how big of a bomb that he just detonated in Washington sports media, because there has been a petition with over 150,000 signatures that's been growing.
Yes.
There's a big-ass group of Redskin and Commanders fans that do not like the new name Commanders. They want us to go back to the old logo, old name. Dan Snyder fucked us before he left low-key. This is all Dan Snyder, really. We should have still been the Redskins. There's a lot of indecision on both sides. People are cool with Commanders now. There's people who want Redskins back. All that being said, y'all, the president of the United States saying this is a bigger deal than y'all think. Like, his influence is... This is the president. Imagine the president of the United States. Imagine if Barack Obama just randomly said, I think the Denver Broncos should move their team to, a different state. Colorado's not a good state for them. I don't think they should be from Denver anymore. They should be from Wyoming. They should be the Wyoming Broncos. And there was already like a wave of people who thought
that's what makes it so crazy for y'all.
The president said this, and now it's like, damn, we could not shut these motherfuckers up in the comments. And now...
You got a little Washington flavor in there.
I wore it this way just cuz, man. Y'all think I'm not gonna be watching? Be something?
Like Miss Mary,
Kelly.
Matt.
I got this for Kales, but I might have to keep.
Silver buttons.
What do you look like, boy? You look like you was in NWA. Nigga was in the
You look like if we had to spot the vegan, it'd be like, come on, y'all could have made it at least.
You look like you homies with Ice Cube
son.
son.
Start shirt, boy. This shirt you can stand this shirt up over there. This could be a 3-man pod. You in the shirt.
This a pro club, yo.
When you go to McDonald's, you gotta say, let me get a number 1 meal large, and let me get also a number 3 meal. You get the meal for the meal, the shirt over in your passenger seat, waiting to get the bag.
Nigga talking about a Demille. Nigga, you look like your name is Demille.
When you
nigga look like a little ass boy named Demille.
Y'all see
Demille,
how Terrance shirt
get your
is
bad
like,
ass over that swing.
You ironed it, but you had to make sure this joint, you gotta make sure you use fabric softener, bro. Pro Club
nigga look
need
like
fabric
his middle
softener.
name is Demille. Terrell Demille Mallory.
What you look like, boy?
Demille.
You look like you love tofu, boy. No chicken. You like when you would go on Hot Ones and get that cartoon chicken that looked like where it's just a stick with meat on it.
I look like I got a new Brent Fayez joint on repeat.
It's
like
my window.
D-I-E.
I can't stand the rain.
What do you look like? The fuck? Nigga look like
You love Moesha, boy. You know Moesha theme song?
Yeah. That's what you look like, fucking hip hop rapper.
Anyway, when I first saw that Donald Trump said that, bro, I thought it was fake. I thought it was one of those extra things that, you see somebody say this, but it's not real. I was like, damn, did he really say this? Because it's such a, not even a current argument thing anymore. Am I lying? Like, isn't this like something that's kind of like not even a argument anymore?
It's not.
It seems like the Commanders just went to the NFC Championship. They good with the Commanders. But this motherfucker saying this, I didn't think it was going to dredge up so much drama within the organization, because I always thought that the people that wanted the Redskins name change, I thought they were kind of like on the outside of like.
And honestly, they are. It's almost like the battle was lost. We became the Commanders, and people swore that it wasn't going to catch. People said, hey, once we start winning games, no one's going to care. We went to the fucking NFC Championship. Nobody cared about the name during the championship last year.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, they kind of lost that battle already. Him bringing this back up is definitely like somebody saying, this is like, him bringing this up is literally like Dr. Dre randomly saying, yo, I think Drake handled his own in that Kendrick battle. I would like to see them go again. It's like, Dr. Dre, you shouldn't have said that.
Yes.
Because really, these two not going to really care. You just really amped the TL.
Yeah.
Basically what I'm saying, y'all, I don't think that Donald Trump, unless he really pushes a button, I really don't think that he's going to get us to change our name back to the Redskins. It's really just about to be hell on the TL because I ain't going to lie. Go watch some of those videos about not liking how we're the Commanders and we go by commies and it sounds like we're calling ourselves the communists and like some of those videos make sense.
The raise hail thing.
Raise hail and left hand up. Like, okay, they got reason to not like our rebrand. And honestly, going back to Washington Redskins, 80% of this fan base would be cool with it. 20% would say, oh, I wasn't upset with the whatever. But guess what? We would all low-key be cool with the old name, old logo. I'm not lying. Like, oh, let's say we can't have the old logo no more because, no, it was Redskins that was offensive. Give us the old logo back. Florida State still are the Seminoles. They got the same logo. The Indians got the same. Well, no, they don't because they're the Guardians now.
They're the Guardians now.
But
y'all's was different
the
because
Chiefs,
y'all actually had support from. Y'all actually had Native American support. I'll say this. If I am the Washington Commanders front office team, I don't want to go back to the Redskins. I feel like we finally escaped that what was a decade or so, or however long it was with Dan Snyder under the Redskins, and we became the Commanders, and in our second year, we NFC champions. Almost got a ring. Like, let's keep this.
Yeah.
If we go back to that, who knows what energy we inviting back.
that's what I'm saying.
Do y'all really want to bring the Redskins back? Like, nah, be the Commanders.
You gotta think about it like this. Some fans definitely do look at it like, bro, y'all been the Broncos, and imagine, like I always tell you, imagine y'all go from being the Denver Broncos to not the Denver Titans, not the Denver something. Y'all go to just being the Denver District. Okay, like, let's go back to Broncos. Like, I get it. Like, because we became the Commanders of what?
Yeah,
we're the commies.
We don't have a
What
mascot
the fuck
for
is
real.
that? Our mascot is a pig. You mean a Redskin mascot? Let's just go back.
Yeah.
That's why I say, like, even though I don't like Donald Trump saying this because of what it's going to do on the TL, I'm not going to act like if he makes that happen, I will be upset. I'm wearing my old jersey. I still got a Sean Taylor Redskin jersey. Y'all, I'm wearing it on the next podcast just because I said that. Y'all will see
The
it.
one that you've been wearing?
The one I love.
That old...
What you mean, that old boy?
We need to get a new one.
We just got, speaking of old, we just got y'all guy on our team, Von Miller.
Yes, we did. First of all, that was heartwarming to see. Y'all don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our MVP. That's our Super Bowl MVP right there. Honestly, bro, made me a bigger Commanders fan this year. I am literally...
Now,
Terrance,
like,
I was rooting for Von. I was low-key rooting. The only thing that kept me low-key wanting the Bills to win, even though I was on the Lamar side of the Lamar-Josh Allen debate, was if Josh and them go get a ring, my boy Von gets his ring and makes history because he'll be the only player to get a ring with or to get a ring with 2 separate teams. He got one with the Broncos, one with the Rams. If he can get, hey Brody, how do you feel knowing that people are literally coming to y'all team thinking, I'm coming here because I'm on a ring journey? Like, you got Vaughn because Vaughn believe I could go out there and get a ring there. Terrance, y'all don't know how y'all defense just transferred with him just being on that side. Whoever's opposite me just came up.
Y'all don't realize that our defense is just getting ready to be insane next year. We got Trey Amos getting ready to be a nut. Mike Saints still getting ready to be a beast. Niggas forget we got Marshawn Lattimore that's getting ready to be healthy this year. Niggas just forget about that.
Okay.
Niggas forget Frankie Louisville, which is ranked fifth best linebacker in the league. But we still bringing back Bobby Wagner. And we're going to have Vaughn down there, so it's going to be crazy. And then look, on the other side of the ball, Terry McLaurin.
And don't
Deebo
forget,
Samuel.
you got your guy.
Jeremy Tunsil on the line.
Yeah.
We about
Laramie,
to look
Laramie.
insane, crazy.
Terry, don't forget, bro, who you got is John Baptiste. Y'all draft pick. Both have a good year next year. You got a jersey.
And I got a sweater.
You got a sweater.
Yeah, I'm going to wear the sweater. Go on. JGD or whatever.
They know y'all going to lose when y'all play up.
We're going to bust y'all ass and Vaughn going to have the...
They just showed Dre Greenlaw walking in our facility. I said,
oh yeah.
I forgot. We came up big time. Y'all, Terrance and I I told Terrance I want to do centers for Halloween, but I told him we can't do it if we're going to keep the beards. You got to go all the way. You got to go mustache and just this.
No, Terrell.
And you'll have a hat on. You'll be in character. Nobody will ever see you that way unless we do unless we have to do other stuff.
Look, we could cut this low.
You cut that off, yeah.
Cut that low and just low. And
Not low. Not low. Off.
No.
You got to look at Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan is a nigga.
Are y'all ready to drink? Are y'all ready to sweat till y'all, what'd he say? I love that line. I want that line. Are y'all ready to sweat till y'all something? He didn't say drink till y'all stink.
Y'all. This is going to be another iteration of what we call this MalloryBros podcast each and every Tuesday.
Each and every Tuesday, Rihanna vibes. It's crazy how I call this shit a rude day. Caught a clue, didn't have no help. It's still a blue day. Mystery. It's like the Truman Show. I'm thinking, who day?
Who day?
Daquan came over. I don't know. I'm thinking, whose day?
Y'all, have y'all seen the new bugs that's out here? The spotted
Yes,
drinks
I
that we
have.
supposed to kill that's fucking up the wineries and shit, or the grapes. And they say they coming for the strawberry vines. They coming for the everything vine. We need to, if y'all see them red spotted bugs, step on they ass.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's listening right now. Episode 261, added across. Use your eyes, man. Come on.
You already know what it is, man. Stay safe. Take your vitamin C. Next time.